Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Thank you so much for your show of love. Thank you so much for all that you do for this community to keep growing. Hope you're well in all your ways, Your Majesties, and you are loving yourself and others like always. Hope you all are doing well, especially my subscribers from New York. I hope you're safe, your families are safe, and you are fine. All right. Something went viral some weeks or last week, and I want us to talk about it. It's about ourselves as the melanated people, and then we are going to talk about the medal snub for a black girl in Ireland, and we are going to talk about United Nations to cut off peacekeeping in Congo. All right. So we saw that clip. It went viral. That clip went viral, and a lot of emotions were risen. People were like, what is really happening? Because it's not the first time. There have been cases similar to this. It's just that sometimes it doesn't get the attention it needs to. Whether we take it or leave it, we are still being discriminated against. This is the truth. As the melanated people, as those of African descent, there is always a discrimination against us. And I keep emphasizing that we ought to draw closer to ourselves the more. We ought to watch each other's back the more. We ought to laugh more, Your Majesties.
The only black girl in the group did not get a medal. The video went viral. It prompted condemnation from far and wide, including Olympic giant Simone Biles. She said, and I'm quoting, "There is no room for racism in any sport." As international outrage and allegations of racism mounted, the Irish sports body issued an apology, a lukewarm one, 18 months after the incident. Now, the girl's family says too little too late, and they're right. Our next report tells you why.
This video is from March last year. It shows a medal ceremony at a gymnastics event held in the Irish capital of Dublin. You can see young gymnasts lined up, patiently but excitedly awaiting their medal. Every girl gets a medal, except for one, the only black girl there. The sporting official avoids her and moves on to the next in line. At first, the young girl is surprised, doesn't understand what's happening. But soon her smile turns into a sigh. She looks at the line ahead to see if the official would come back with a medal. But no one does. No one intervenes either. There's an audience of hundreds in the stands. Also a photographer, a coach, and other officials. Everyone simply looks on. This weekend the video went viral. It got over 40 million views and received condemnation from across the world. Olympic champion Simone Biles said there is no room for racism in any sport or at all. Her teammate and Olympic winner Jordan Chiles said this is beyond hurtful on so many levels. The girl's mother says her daughter was ignored because of her identity. Last year, the parents issued a complaint of racism. For 18 months, the Irish sports body Gymnastics Ireland did not apologize to the family. Instead, they held an investigation and simply asked both parties to talk it out. They declined to attend the mediation. In August this year, they claimed both parties had reached a resolution. The official involved expressed deep regret. She described it as an honest error. After international condemnation mounted, a written apology was eventually provided to the family. But the young girl's mother has rubbished it. She says the issue wasn't settled after mediation, and the apology was a one-line letter, which started with, "To whom it concerns." Doesn't really scream remorse now, does it? During mediation, the girl's mother discovered that the judge had written another apology, a long personal letter, within days of the competition. The judge sent it to the Irish body to send it to the family, but it never reached them. Meanwhile, no anti-racism policies were implemented. There was no improvement in protection for athletes of colour. It appears that the Irish body was more focused on protecting its reputation rather than safeguarding the athletes from blatant racism. And this is not a one-off incident by any means. Racism is pervasive, no matter the age group, no matter the sport. There were 137 instances of racism in sports in 2018 the world over, a sharp increase from the 79 in 2017. According to a global survey held last year, 14% of professional cricketers experienced racism. Almost two-thirds of the victims said they did not receive adequate support from their boards afterwards. In a much-talked-about scandal this year, Real Madrid star Vinicius Jr. was the target of racist abuse. In 2018, Russia was charged with fan racism. It was the host of the FIFA World Cup, where fans directed monkey chants at players of the French national team. In a separate incident, fans chanted Nazi slogans. Last year, Italian rugby star Sheriff Traore got a banana for Secret Santa. Traore was born in Guinea. He said the most difficult part of the incident was seeing most of his mates laughing as if everything is normal. Cricket, football, rugby, tennis, gymnastics. Racism ails every sport, much like it ails our society. The young gymnast's video went viral, but one can only imagine similar cases that go unheard, unseen. Again, we ask, who is looking after them? Where are the guardrails?
It is painful to actually state and know the obvious. My daughter was the only black child in that competition. She stood out well. There was no excuse for what happened.
At 10 years old, did she feel that this was racist?
Oh yeah. And that's the sad trauma they put through a 10-year-old to know, because like I said, she's the only black girl there.
Majesties, that is it. The truth still remains that they are not just going to accept us the way we are. And we are the only ones that got our backs, and we should protect ourselves. We should protect ourselves. If you think this age and time, there's no racism anymore out there, you're just deceiving yourself, because there are a lot of melanated people, a lot of those of African descent who go through racism by day in their activities, in their places of work, outrightly. And sometimes they tell you to your face that you have nothing to do, because even when you want to press charges, you want to take it up, you will still be frustrated by the law. And that's why I will repeat again that we are the only ones that got our backs. Now to Congo, all right, UN to Court of Peacekeeping. You know what has been happening there in Congo, how our people have gone through a lot in the hands of the United Nations peacekeepers. All right, those soldiers that send there to go keep peace, they don't keep peace. It was up here I brought you some of the happenings they involve themselves in, like stealing our gold in their tanks, and then sometimes they get exposed by the Almighty, and the tank falls down, and we see what is inside the tank, because I brought you here, right, that video where there were gold found in the tank of the United Nations peacekeepers, and the question was, what is gold doing in their tank? Have gold become the guns or the weapons they use in fighting insurgency that they claim they're fighting there? And as of last year or so, there were lots of civilians that were taken out, that were unalive by these so-called peacekeepers, and there was an outcry on the internet. I brought you here and I was like, it's enough. It's enough what you're doing to us in our continent, what you're doing, particularly in the Congo. You go there, you incite, you cause problem, all right? You cause problem, and then why the brothers are fighting themselves, you behind digging out the resources and running away with it inside your tanks. So, there was petition made, and they claim that, all right, let's just listen to what they have to say.
The DRC for nearly 25 years, and the council is due to renew MONUSCO's mandate in December, although Kinshasa and some of the population are questioning its effectiveness in protecting civilians. This tactical reorganization proposed by the Congolese government for MONUSCO's withdrawal is aimed at the following objectives. First, to diffuse ever-increasing tensions between MONUSCO and the civilian population. And this is an opportunity for me to affirm that it is time for UN, and particularly Security Council, to draw lessons from these interventions in Africa and to change the paradigm for its peace missions on our continent. In a report published in August, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, without specifying a timetable, spoke of initially reducing the number of peacekeepers from 12,500 to 10,500 while consolidating their presence in the at-risk territories of the East.
Like, you promise you're going to cut off these people and you are reducing, like, from, just imagine there were 12,000 of them. And now they say they're going to reduce them to 10,000. But what are they doing there? Why can't you, UN, why can't you just come and pack your soldiers from Congo? Must there be soldiers there? Do the people tell you they are having issues that they can't fight themselves? And I keep asking myself, what is Tshisekedi doing that UN still have about 12,000 soldiers, 12,000 peacekeepers in his country? What is he doing? Must there be people there? Why can't you agitate for them to be kicked out all? That's a problem we have with ourselves. Because we feel that we can't survive with these people. We can't live our lives without these people. All right? We can't become who we have to be without these people. Can you imagine? Just imagine them, their audacity. And there were 12,000, so they're gonna make it 10,000. So they're just taking out 2,000. Why not take out the 10,000 and leave the 2,000 there? What are they doing there? You have been keeping peace in Congo for over 28 years, almost 30 years if I'm not mistaken. There is no peace in the Congo. And you still want to remain there. Even when you are asked to come pack your soldiers, you say you're taking out only 2,000. Does it mean you are homeless? You don't have places to live in your countries. That you have to remain around the continent of Africa, walking around. Are you homeless? Last time I checked, we Africans are going to hell. So what are you still doing closer to us? It can be annoying, Your Majesties, to see the level of which these people are so attached to the continent, they don't want to leave. And I don't know why. Is it the stealing that... Leave your comment there, because I don't know. When there are these issues, when you keep talking about them, sometimes you just lose it. You lose it because I don't see reason why. You are in my land and I tell you I don't want you. You are here to help me. Just the same situation with the Nigerians. Now, what's his name? Macron have claimed that he's leaving. I just hope that is the truth, that he's going to leave for sure. And I hope... No, I just have a feeling that there's something going on. I don't know. I don't know if you feel the same way, because I don't see Macron just coming out and agreeing to leave like that without a fight. I feel there are other plans going on that his accomplices have told him, just calm down, let's just use this other way. But I know that the Niger freedom fighters are also ready for these people. So it's like them. We don't want you, France, go. France said, no, we have to stay because we are helping you. You are the one helping Africa. You are the one helping Congo. You are the one helping the continent. And the continent is not appreciative of your help. The continent is kicking you out. The continent is frustrating you every day to leave. And you are still telling yourself that because you so love the people. What kind of love is that when they tell you, please don't love us anymore, and you keep saying, we want to love you the more? Is it normal? It's not normal. Leave your comment and thought there section, Your Majesties, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.